Sis, let me grab my tea and settle in because this one is for every woman who has ever loved deeply, been hurt deeply, and still found a way to rise. Melody Shari, baby, your strength has been on display for the entire world. But this conversation, this one isn't just for you. This is about every single woman watching who sees a piece of herself in your journey. If you've ever cried in the shower so nobody would hear, if you've ever smiled through brunch while your heart was breaking, if you've ever whispered to yourself, how did I get here? Then sis, this video, this one is for you. Melody showed us that strength doesn't always look like roaring lions. Sometimes it's quiet. Sometimes it's showing up for your kids when you don't even want to get out of the bed. Sometimes it's taking that deep breath before you walk into a room, holding your head high when inside you're trembling. It reminds me of when I used to put on my heels and red lipstick, knowing my world was falling apart. People would say, "Girl, you look so good." And I think, if only you knew, I almost didn't make it out of the house this morning. That's the kind of strength Melody embodies. The strength that bends but doesn't break. Now, let's pause here for a second because I know I'm not just talking to Melody. I'm talking to you, sis. Sis, I know you've stayed longer than you should have. I know you believed lies that were wrapped in "I love you." I know you looked in the mirror and not recognized yourself. But let me tell you, you are not weak for staying. You are not foolish for loving. You are not broken for being broken. You are human. You gave your heart, you tried, and that does not make you less. That makes you more. Think of it like this, like a diamond. Do you know how diamonds are made? Under pressure, extreme heat, breaking down and reforming until they shine. And sis, baby, that's you. You've been under pressure. You've been crushed, but you are still here. And you will shine brighter than ever. I promise you that. It's like watering a dead plant. You keep hoping it'll grow. You keep pouring into it. You even change the pot. You give it more sunlight. But sis, if the roots are rotten, nothing you can do can make it bloom. And yet you blame yourself for why it didn't flourish. That's what it feels like to love a man who refuses to grow. You keep trying, you keep hoping, but the truth is the soil ain't fertile. And that's not your fault. It's not your fault. This is bigger than melody. This is bigger than reality TV. This is about cycles. Because if we don't talk about it, if we keep pretending, then the cycle continues, y'all. How many of us watched our mothers go through it? How many of us swore we would never end up in that situation? And then we did. That's why conversations like this matter. Because when one woman speaks her truth, it gives another woman permission to speak hers. And healing, y'all, healing ain't pretty. Healing isn't an Instagram caption. Healing is crying at 3 a.m., praying you're strong enough to keep going. Healing is telling your story out loud, even when your voice shakes. Healing is saying, I'm not, I may not be where I want to be, but I'm not where I was. Now, let me lean in real close because I know I'm talking to some women who are listening with tears in their eyes. I know some of you have been there, but sis, let me tell you something. You are not weak because you loved him. You are not stupid because you believed in him. You are not worthless because he didn't see your value. You are human. You are a woman who gave her heart, who tried, who poured love where it wasn't reciprocated. And let me tell you something else. Surviving what you went through does not make you damaged. It makes you divine. Y'all, I know it's embarrassing. I know it feels like everybody is judging you, whispering behind your back. But here's the real truth. The people that are whispering, they couldn't walk a mile in your shoes. They couldn't carry half the weight you've carried and still show up every day. So don't carry their shame. Carry your crown, sis. So, y'all, here's my final sip for tonight. To Melody, to every survivor, to every woman still in the storm, sis, you are not alone. You are not defined by what they did to you. You are not defined by what they did to you. You are defined by the way you keep showing up, the way you keep going, the way you keep believing there is more for you. And let me tell you something, sis. You are not broken. You are mosaic. And mosaics, they are made from broken pieces. But when they come together, they're even more beautiful than before. So if you're watching this, drop down in the comments and say hashtag still standing. Let's let the world know that we are still here. We are still fighting. We are still loving and we are still healing. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, y'all. Because over here, we don't just sip tea. We sip healing, we sip truth, and we sip it together. Good night.
Ooh, y'all. So the tea has been spilled, honey. I'm Sis with the tea, and this was your dose of reality, raw and unfiltered. So, as always, stay real, stay ready, and remember, don't spill tea unless it's worth sipping. Bye, y'all.